Saturday, it's time for a chat. Not awake. If you haven't seen humans on camera before, I am Sam. My wife Amanda and I are your fosters. We've been fostering for 8 years and have fostered over 200 cats and kittens, including our current kittens, the baseball kittens, Kit and Dottie. We'll talk about them in just a little bit. They are doing pretty good, and they will probably be leaving us really soon. Hello, John. So we'll get into all of that in a moment. Yeah, we foster through an organization called Kitten Rescue LA, based in Los Angeles, obviously. And when they're available for adoption, our kittens will be listed there and go to their adoption events potentially in the LA area. And yeah, we focus on kittens under 8 weeks old, as we've seen a need for that in our community. Hello, Ormic. Where kittens often are at the top of the euthanasia list in the shelters. So that is our goal, is to keep them off of that. Sorry, I'm fighting a cold or something today, so I'm going to be coughing and making a lot of stupid throat noises. We do multicast to about a dozen different platforms. So if I reply to comments that you don't see, that's what's going on. And if I'm not replying to comments from your platform, try and jump over to one of the ones that I am replying to. Let me know and I'll see what I can do to fix that. I usually can see just about every chat, but sometimes things slip through the cracks, APIs get disconnected, stuff happens. How's it going, everybody? If you're out there in the chat, drop a hi or some emotes so I know you're listening, but feel free to lurk. All right. I don't know if Amanda's planning on coming in today. Later today, if she does another bottle feeding, I'll try and stream that. She kind of got to this morning's before I was ready, and I missed that opportunity. These kittens are weaning, so they have been introduced to wet food. From what I can tell, it's going pretty well, though I have not talked to Amanda about it specifically. Here she is. Hi.
So I cleaned the cage.
This just in.
And emptied out the litter and everything.
Uh-huh.
And put new boxes in, and then realized that we don't have any cat litter.
Oh.
But some is being delivered today between 10:15 and 1:15 apparently.
Okay.
So for now they just have empty boxes.
Oh boy.
And
Okay.
still, they themselves are still covered with poop, but at least the crate is clean.
Okay. Cool. Are you joining us, or are you doing other stuff? Are you ever joining us? Okay. Okay. How's the weaning going? All right.
Dottie's doing better than
Kit.
Yeah. It's like they're so distracted because, like, when I put the food down, if they're outside of the crate when I do it, they just want to wander around and play.
Right, sure.
Eat, right?
Makes sense.
And if I put it inside the crate, then they're just like meowing at me and meowing at me. So I have to put it inside the crate and then like hide so they can't see me. And then they'll finally be like, oh, okay, there's food over here. Let's go to this food.
Right.
Dottie is really good about it. Kit, not so much.
Okay.
But I mean, they didn't have the last bottle they had yesterday was at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
And then they didn't have one again until this morning.
Okay.
So I fed them 3 times of wet food last night, and then I fed them wet food again this morning. But I followed it up with a bottle because they raised me out a lot and seemed hungry. Their weight is stalled, but that's typical for the first few days or week.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So the good news is that it seems to have fixed their poop problem.
Oh yeah.
Just as far as like them having loose, runny poop.
Right. Which is what we figured would happen.
Although the bigger poop problem is just that they don't clean themselves after they poop.
Yeah, they suck.
And I don't know if Dottie is using the litter box or not.
Okay.
I think she pooped on the blankets, and then I think she rubbed it all over herself. And rubbed it all over the blanket.
Cool.
So like, yeah, it's like the poop isn't like liquid anymore, and it's like a normal color and consistency, but they just don't clean themselves after they poop.
Yeah.
And so they just always have like gross dry poop on their butts, even though I've been washing them like daily.
Okay.
So I will be giving them a bath. Okay.
Okay.
And I did let Christy know yesterday that I
weaning.
I let her know this morning that I had started weaning them yesterday, and I said that they would probably be good to go by tomorrow or Monday.
Right.
But the person who
is taking them
like wants them to be
fully weaned.
Yeah, like 100% fully weaned. You
Okay.
just put the food down and walk away, and like no issues.
Sure. So maybe midweek.
But like I want them gone before my surgery.
Yeah.
So
makes sense. Hello.
That's the news.
Okay. Did you guys catch all that? And hello, bad kitty. All right. Yes, Nara. Oh, you know what? I never did the start chat button. Shoot, it wasn't recording that. Let's do this part. What? I'm not gonna do the whole rigmarole part. But, bye. Alright, well, I have to see if I can, catch that update. I'm gonna try really quick to grab that from YouTube, maybe? Okay. Okay. All right. Anyway, yeah, so that's what's going on. Potentially the kittens will be leaving us any day now. And at the very latest, I would expect them to be gone Tuesday, Wednesday. Amanda does have a surgery on Thursday, which is what she was saying. She wants the kittens to be out of here by then because she's going to be recuperating, and it's essentially like going to be bed rest for 2 weeks, more or less, especially the first week. So she won't be able to do as much kitten caring, and we would like them to move on. So there is somebody already lined up to take them. There was somebody lined up to take them before we even got them, who was like, I'll take them when they start weaning. And Nara, what's your deal? And yeah, we're close to that phase. So as soon as they stop taking the bottle, they will go to this person. Nara, you can't sit there. You need to access the mouse. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a hell of a lot to say today. So let's see. If there's questions, let me know. Nara, please. Yeah, you gotta go. Sorry, cat. You just can't sit in front of that. Now she takes it out on Aria. No, Aria, run. I guess I can put the kittens on and go to me as a pip. Oh, can I do that? This. Okay. That does that part. There's this. Oh, yay. Look at them. They're doing stuff. throw me over here. I think that camera got smudged. I need to clean that lens off. I also need to find my cloth to do that. So the kittens are doing pretty good. So yeah, if you didn't hear Amanda's update, because she was off screen and like a half a room away, basically she was saying, thanks Beans, let me take care of that before I do my update. I tried to fix it earlier. Let's see, do this. See, that should be the right thing. Ugh. Well, no one's over there anyway. I really wish they made it easier to update that once you'd started your stream. It's so dumb. Okay, there we go. Now the video is off, but the mic seems to be working. Okay, that should be working. I don't know, we don't get people over there anymore anyway. So yeah, it means I don't know if you were here when Amanda was off screen talking. Basically, the update is Kit and Dottie have started to wean, so they've been introduced to wet food, and more or less they're getting into it. Dottie more so than Kit, which makes sense to me because Kit was always the better bottle feeder, and Dottie was always kind of like half-assing it, if you will. So I kind of expected her to take to wet food faster, which has also definitely cleared up their poop issues, although they are not grooming themselves very well, so there's a whole different poop issue happening. Dottie doesn't seem to be using the litter box just yet, and we're also out of litter. There should be more arriving today, but we don't know what time. We get like a monthly shipment, which usually happens between the 15th and 17th, and for some reason the litter got delayed by an additional like week or two. So I think Amanda had to end up buying a separate bag. She looks crusty. Great. Anyway, so yes, long story short, they will be leaving us soon. There is a second phase foster lined up. So once they are fully weaned and have stopped taking the bottle at all, they will move on to another foster who has been waiting on the sidelines since before we even got them. Amanda told our kitten rescue contact that they'd started to wean, so she expects them to be gone by Monday, but if they haven't, completely stopped taking the bottle, then it might be Tuesday or Wednesday. They could be gone as soon as tomorrow. It just depends. So yeah, this is it. I should go clean that camera off. It's just a lot. All right, let me see what I can do about that smudge, and I'll be right back. Okay. How's that? Is that better? Great. Whirlwind romance, Valentine's kittens. Yes. Yeah, we knew it was going to be short, but I didn't know it was going to be quite this short. I mean, it makes sense. Amanda's got her surgery coming up on Thursday, so she doesn't want to have them around for that. You know, we don't need the extra extra work. What are they doing? Yeah, because basically Amanda's going to be on bed rest for 2 weeks, and I'm going to be doing everything else. So having to do bottle feedings on top of that would be a lot. And then, yeah, I don't know. Hang on. I don't know when we can expect to get our next set of kittens. It depends on what's available and how old they are. If, you know, if like some older kittens, kind of along this timeline, were available after that 2-week recovery period, we might be able to take those. But then we do have a trip back east happening shortly after, so it could be a little bit before we get our second set of kittens this year. But once we get back from the vacation, then we'll be able to take a bunch. Anyway, in other news, I did apply for a job recently that had like a actual person connection to, so I'm hoping that makes the difference. I have an interview on Monday, so we'll see what happens. They're really active right now. A lot of butt shots on that camera. Ugh, gross. Okay. Clean yourself. Yeah, they're really bad at the grooming. I don't know how to... Amanda's gonna give him a bath later today. All right, if there's questions, let me know. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stay on because I feel like I have zero to say. Oh, we do have our St. Patrick's Day game is coming up in March, which I've slowly been doing a little, mostly reacquainting myself with, but there's some updates coming on it. I don't know if I'm going to introduce anything big and new, but just some behind the scenes tweaks, perhaps. And then I might do some new graphics. If you haven't already seen it over on the Discord, there is a thread for suggestions to nominate a new rainbow cat graphic. So you can add them there. And wow. Nara, leave her alone. Hang on. Nara, are you caught on that too? Sit down. Just lay down. Being a weirdo. What are you doing? Okay. What else? Yeah, I got nothing. I don't know. I'll stick around for a little bit, but yeah, I don't know what else there is. Oh, we did have, I think I mentioned this the last couple of chats. I don't know how many of you are following this, but we had some weirdness with our PayPal where somebody was using our fundraiser as a portal to do what they were calling a card attack. So basically they would throw in like a long list of credit cards that they found on the dark web and see which ones went through. And they were, for the most part, only for a few cents here and there. Occasionally, there was like some bigger transactions, and now at least 2 of those bigger transactions have come back to us as like claims, where I guess the original, card owner requested a refund. And the fun part of that is that we now pay fines on that, even though we did nothing wrong ourselves. So that's awesome. We've accrued, I don't know, at least $20 in fines so far. So that's exciting. So if you do anything with PayPal as a merchant, be super careful. I don't know how we could have been more careful, but yeah. It's cool. Anyway, what else? Oh, yeah, that's my mom. Hi, Mom. Let's see. I don't see the Facebook chat, so let me just make sure I have that window open. Yeah, okay, there's nothing. Means if people start talking on you now, let me know, because I can't have both of those windows open. I don't have enough screens anymore. Anara, you're being too much for me today. Mean says Robert Duvall, James Vanderbeek, Eric Dane. Oh, there's even more. Tom Dunn, is that his name? Yeah, there's so many recently. It's crazy. There's a lot of like smaller character actors. I left you now. I only go there for the sound. All right, no worries. I'll probably put it back on because Facebook doesn't seem to be doing any chatting anyway. I'll just occasionally switch back and forth between the two. Okay. I wish there was a way to pop one of them out so I could just... I have them both, but I cannot see that. Yeah, because my other podcast is so entertainment based, I've been seeing a lot of these like notices of like character actors and stuff that have left us, as well as the sort of bigger names like Duvall and Vanderbeek. But it's been like every other day. I'm like, what the hell is happening right now? It's crazy. Oh, and Catherine O'Hara. Yeah. Okay, I'll be right back. Not going far, I'm just getting something from over here. Stop messing with my camera. What are you doing? I see you. I think Iris is probably over on the other side of that. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed at how short these kittens were with us, because I was like, slow to do my initial updates. So like I started scheduling social media stuff and they'll be gone by the time like we've gotten even close to catching up to here, but that's fine. So anyone who watches the stream, oh yeah, it's clip it with yeah, or just use the built-in clipping things. Thanks, Means. I did not even realize she didn't do the clip it part. I could just make it clip or both. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so anyone who watches the stream gets live updates and knows what's happening. And anyone who's following us on social media is going to be a few days behind. Is what it is. Sometime in March, I'll be like, and the kittens have left us. Nara, I don't know how many times I have to tell you this. You cannot stay in front of the keyboard, dude. I know. So yeah, fingers crossed that I get this job. It's like a hybrid job, so it's, from what it sounds, I only have to go into the office 1 day a week on average. Like maybe some days, some weeks I'll have to go in more, but for the most part I can be home, which would be great. I'm not even sure where the office is, but I imagine it's downtown or in Santa Monica. Let's see if I can figure that out. Okay. I see. Well, sure. Where's this? Okay. So where is this location? Oh, but oh, that one's far. I hope it's the other one. Ew, Playa Vista. Okay. That would be crappy. But it is what it is. It's only 1 day a week. Okay. Well, it looks like they're settling in. Got all their food energy out. If Amanda does another bottle feeding later today and I'm around, I will try to stream it. I don't know what time she would be doing that. It really depends on how they're eating. We also have some plans this evening. One of the girls' schools is doing like they do this annual event, so we'll be going to that in the early evening, late afternoon. Assuming that I don't suddenly break out with a horrible cold, because I can definitely feel it trying to take root. Okay. Well, I've run out of stuff to talk about. So I guess I'm going to wrap it up unless there are questions or thoughts. As always, if you're interested in helping us out, we could clearly use some things. Even though these kittens are going to be taking off soon, we'd like to stockpile some stuff for the next litter. You can go to CuteAvalanche.com/wishlist and send us stuff, especially litter, apparently, off of our wish list. What is the meaning of life? 42. Yeah, I don't know. It's not cat related, although maybe the meaning of life is to hang out with more cats. Oh, that does remind me of something, actually. I should be getting some new merch samples. I think they're coming on Monday. Let me see if I have an update here. What did he say? ETA is March 2nd? Oh, well, that's not Monday at all. Wait, no, what is this? I'm scanning too many things. Oh, yeah. Because, no, what? Meantime, we can everything to launch the store in the I think that's a different thing. So the original thing was processed and it'll get to you in 6 to 8 days, which this was sent 3 days ago. So Tuesday through Thursday it should show up. And then launching the new store would happen March 2nd. Okay, so that's the deal. So yeah, watch for that. Means says there are these owls I watch on Twitch. They have laid 7 eggs. They were asking for name suggestions on their Discord. The mother owl is called Hootie. I suggested Blowfish, and I feel like relatively not a lot of people will get it. Cody got it, but he groaned. I mean, that's the appropriate response. How many blowfish were there, though? You could name it after most of the blowfish. The owls themselves weren't. I understand that part. But also the owls did not understand it. They don't get it. Oh, boy. Man. Where is everybody? Jeez, you just do a stream of playlists for 3 months and then suddenly everyone's gone. Are they still lurking though? Let's see. I think Queen's still out there. I haven't seen Lomas Gloom Doom in a while, but it says she's out there. Chaos, Stimperoo, Secret Oracle. Yeah. They're all lurking. People have gone off. Forgotten that Saturdays are the only important day. People running the stream and Discord must have gotten it because it got a like as acknowledgement. I feel like if they didn't get it, they would have asked why. Sure. I think that makes sense. Is there any play out? Just if you can. What is that from? I can't. I feel like it's a song, but I can't place it. Okay. Is there anybody out there? I don't think I've ever heard the second line of that. Right. Okay. Okay. Did you ever watch Pink Floyd The Wall? I don't remember if I've seen the whole thing. I've definitely seen parts of it. I would have been like Betty's age when I saw it. So my memories of it are pretty much just the walking hammers. I don't even know what else happens in it. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I've definitely seen clips. But yeah, I'm not sure. What else? Is there something else happening? Let me check my inbox. I wonder if this thing has tracking on it. View my order. Track. That didn't do anything. Tracking. Huh. In transit. Like it says in transit on time, but for when? When do I know it's on time? For what time? Like, is there a point where it'll be like, it is late now? How do I know? Okay. All right. Was there anything else? I guess that's it. Cool. All right, I'm gonna get out of here, I guess. So cue 5 minutes until Nathan gets here and goes, "Oh, I missed it." But thanks for hanging out. Yeah, Amanda has her surgery on Thursday, so I would say there's a good chance we don't do a chat next week because she'll be very likely just wanting to sleep and not have me being loud in this room. So maybe there'll be a chat, but I would assume there won't be. But I'll try and make updates on her status as often as possible in the Discord. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll try and post some other kind of update in video form. I'm not going to promise that, but we'll see. In lieu of a chat. She's throwing things at me and swearing a lot. I think she's feeling better. Right. Well, hopefully. That's what we're hoping for. The feeling better part, not the throwing things part. That's no good. All right. Thanks for hanging out, gang. And yeah, if you want more updates, join us over on Discord, CuteAvalanche.com/Discord. I would assume we'll be back in 2 weeks, and not just next week. So have a good one. Have a great weekend. Peace out. Now I turn the things off. Bloop. All right. And bloop.